Good morning students. I hope you have watched the previous video of this chapter earlier. We came to know about the fact that Earth is surrounded by a blanket of air known as atmosphere. Now let us study about the structure of atmosphere. Our atmosphere is divided into 5 layers starting from the Earth's surface. These are troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere and exosphere. So let us study about these layers in brief. First, troposphere. This layer is the most important layer of the atmosphere. Its average height is 13 km. The air we breathe exists here. Almost all the weather phenomena like rainfall, fog and hailstorm occur in this layer. Stratosphere. Above the troposphere lies the stratosphere. It extends up to a height of 50 km. This layer is almost free from clouds and associated weather phenomena, which makes conditions most ideal for flying aeroplanes. One important feature of stratosphere is that it contains a layer of ozone gas. Next layer is mesosphere. This is the third layer of the atmosphere. It lies above the stratosphere. It extends up to the height of 80 km. Meteoroids burn up in this layer on entering on space. And now comes thermosphere. In this layer, temperature rises very rapidly with increasing height. Ionosphere is a part of this layer. It extends between 80 to 400 km. This layer helps in radio transmission. In fact, radio waves transmitted from the layer Earth are reflected back to the Earth by this layer. Now comes the uppermost layer of the atmosphere, which is known as exosphere. This layer has very thin air. Light gases like helium and hydrogen float into the space from here. Now children, we usually hear two terms, weather and climate, right? Do you know the difference between these two terms? Let me tell you. Weather is the hour to hour, day to day condition of the atmosphere. Weather can change dramatically from day to night, while the average weather condition of a place for a longer period of time represents the climate of a place. Now students, the temperature that you feel every day is the temperature of the atmosphere. The degree of hotness and coldness of the air is known as temperature. The temperature of the atmosphere changes not only between day and night but also from season to season. An important factor that influences the distribution of temperature is insolation. Now you must be thinking, what is insolation? Insolation is the incoming solar energy interrupted by the Earth. The amount of insolation decreases from the equator towards the poles. That is why temperature decreases in the same manner. Children, you would be very fascinated to know that air above us presses us with a great force on our bodies. However, we don't even feel it. This is because the air presses us from all directions and our body exerts a counter pressure. Children, do you know what is air pressure? Air pressure is defined as the pressure exerted by the weight of air on Earth's surface. Now students, as we go up the layers of atmosphere, the pressure falls rapidly. The pressure is highest at sea level. Children, can you tell what influences the distribution of air pressure? Let me tell you. Orientally, the distribution of air is influenced by temperature of air at a given place. In areas where temperature is high, the air gets heated and rises. This creates a low pressure area. Low pressure is associated with cloudy skies and wet weather, while in areas having lower temperature, the air is cold. It is therefore heavy Heavy air sinks and creates a high pressure area. High pressure is associated with clear and sunny skies. Children, remember one thing. The air always moves from high pressure areas to low pressure areas. The movement of air from high pressure areas to low pressure areas is called wind. Winds can be broadly divided into three types. First type is permanent winds. The trade winds, westerlies and easterlies, are the permanent winds. These blow constantly throughout the year in a particular direction. Second type is seasonal winds. These winds change their direction in different seasons. For example, monsoons in India. And the last type is local winds. These blow only during a particular period of the day or year in a small area. Children, do you recall the hot and dry local wind of northern plains of India? It is called Loo. Students, let us move to the next topic, which is moisture. When water evaporates from land and different water bodies, it becomes water vapor. Moisture in the air anytime is known as humidity. As the air gets warmer, its capacity to hold the water vapor increases, and so it becomes more and more humid. Children, when the water vapor rises, it starts cooling. The water vapor condenses, causing formation of droplets of water. We all have seen clouds, right? Clouds are just masses of such water droplets. When these droplets of water become too heavy to float in air, then they come down as precipitation. Now let us know about precipitation in brief. Precipitation that comes down to earth in liquid form is called rain. Most of the groundwater comes from rainwater. Plants help preserve water. When trees on hill sides are cut, rainwater flows down the bare mountains and can cause flooding of low-lying areas. On the basis of mechanism, there are three types of rainfalls: the convectional, the orographic rainfall, and the cyclonic rainfall. Children, rainfall is very important for the survival of plants and animals. It brings fresh water to the earth's surface. If rainfall is less, water scarcity and drought occurs. On the other hand, when it is more, floods occur.